Good day, folks, and welcome to Best Trade Setup. In this video, I will be going through the trades from the previous week, from the 23rd to the 27th of January 2023. Now, the first trade that we have here is on the 23rd, and what you can see here is a fake out. And with every fake out, it's an automatic M pattern. So those are two confirmations. Mind you, whenever we have a resistance level below an order block, we look for five confirmations to enter the trade. In any other situation, I'll be looking for six confirmations. So now we have price here at the order block, so that's three confirmations, a three candle pattern, four confirmations, the fake out completing and closing below the quarter level, that's five confirmations, and that's enough for us to enter a trade right here. And then there you go. This is the 15-minute time frame, and this is where I list all the things that I was looking at. Price also gave us a second chance to enter this trade in case we didn't right here with this fake out here and the close below the quarter level. Now, if this is your first time on this channel, I advise that you go through my previous videos where I explain in great detail what exactly the items on my confirmation list look like. This will help my videos be short and straight to the point. Like when I say a 3CP, it means a three candle pattern. Some of you will know it as a morning or evening star pattern. But like I said, refer to the first few videos in my channel where I go through all of these things. And my reviews, I'll just be naming all of these things and I'll share charts with you that are labeled, pointing out these items on my confirmation list. Now this is the 15-minute time frame. This is where I had taken the trade, but on the 5-minute time frame. Also, we can see that the 15-minute time frame offered an entry where we have a sweep, an M pattern right here, price being a fake out, M pattern at this level, all this price action happening at the 5-minute order block and the fake out closing below the quarter level. Now this is the second trade on the 25th of January. And there we have price action reaching TP. This is the 15-minute time frame just to give you all a bigger view of the chart. And this is where I had entered the trade, but on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, remember I said if there's no resistance level below the order block, I'll be looking for six confirmations. If there is a resistance below the order block, I'll be looking for five confirmations. So what I have here is a fake out M pattern order block. We have triple top, and this price action is happening at the quarter level. So we have five, and then price goes down here and then back up. And here we have price tapping into the order block again and a bearish engulfing candle. So that brings it up to seven confirmations, entering the trade here with the TP right here. Here's the second trade on the very same day on the 5-minute time frame. There we go. Now, this is on the 15-minute time frame. Right here is where I enter the trade, but on the 5-minute time frame. Well, what helped me take this sell trade was that right here we have a low and price basically does a break and retest into the breaker block. And for me, a breaker block is where we have price going through the order block and not bouncing off of it, then comes back around and reacts off of it. So now it's called a breaker block. Some people would define it in a slightly different way, but this is how I define mine. And then we have price rejecting this quarter level. Right here, if you look at the line chart, we'd have an M pattern, and we have two pin hammers. Two pin hammers for me equal to one confirmation. Check out the previous video where I show you more examples where I have two pin hammers in a certain area, using them as one confirmation to take a trade. And the sixth confirmation is that price is in a strong bearish move. So that's where I entered the trade right here. On the same day, there's a third trade entry. Now, my maximum is 2 to 3 trades per day. To each their own in regards to how many trades you take in a day, I'd advise 2 to 3 trades a day. So I enter the trade here, right here, and there we go. This is the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, price is really bullish. And here we have a W pattern in trend continuation. In the previous video, I do explain and show other examples of this specific setup. And here we have a three candle pattern with the bullish engulfing candle reacting off of the 1922.5 level. And we have this pin hammer after the three candle pattern. Whenever there's a pin hammer after the 3CP, I take that as an additional confirmation. And here we have another 3CP, bullish engulfing candle, rejecting off of the 1930 price level, completes the W pattern. Price broke above this level to pull back and retest it. And we have price rejecting off of this or reacting off of this 5 minute order block. So I have more than six confirmations to enter this trade. And I usually go for a 1 to 2 RR. Sometimes it could be a 1 point something RR. That's perfectly fine. And on the very same day, we have another opportunity for buys. But since, like I said, 2 to 3 trades max in a day is good enough for me. As you can see here, we have a 5 minute order block. We have price doing a fake out here at a numbers level, 1930. The fake out also brings about a W pattern. So we have four confirmations thus far. Price goes up, comes back down again to do a fake out, W pattern, 5 minute order block, price level, completes a bigger picture W pattern. And that's more than enough for me to enter trades after here. And here on the 26th, we have another buy opportunity. Price reached this level. I took partial profits, moved the stop loss to break even. And this is where the 5 minute order block is. Price came back down and took out the stop loss at break even. This is where I entered the trade, but on the 5 minute time frame. The reason why I took this trade is we can see here price does a sweep, and with every sweep, a W pattern. And we have this happening at the 15 minute order block. Price rejecting off of this numbers level, 1940. And then we can see here, price breaks below this support level as previous low of the day, the low of the Asian session, and then closes back up here with this bullish candle. Now this becomes a W pattern with multiple bottoms. That is another confirmation. And then we have these three pin hammers, 1, 2, 3, which is another confirmation to enter buys. And this is where I took my partial profits and then price came back down. And if anyone's wondering here, HOD stands for high of the day, high of the week, high of the month, high of the year. When price reaches such levels and it provides sell opportunities, it's a good enough place to take sells, even though you would be technically going against a recent uptrend. I only take these trades at the very extremes, like high of the day, high of the week. But if it's in between the highs and the lows of the day or the week, I wouldn't counter trend trade. So here we see the 15 minute time frame. I took sells here, took partials, and price eventually reached take profit. Now these are the confirmation items that I was looking at. First of all, we have price breaking below this level to retest it back again. So that's a break and retest. And then we have a bearish engulfing candle at a quarter level. That's three confirmations. And then we have price right here rejecting off of the 1945 price level, a bearish engulfing candle, completes an M pattern. You can definitely see this M pattern if you check your line chart. And then we have a 3CP and a 3CP with the pin ham afterwards. So I have more than enough confirmations for sells. And as you can see, price then continued to go lower and lower. Now here we have Thursday, the 27th, took sells right here. Decided to close the trade early because there was high impact news coming about in a few minutes or so. And as you can see, price did take out the stop loss when the news came out. Now with news, it's either I move my stop loss to break even and take partials, or I don't have any trades running at the point in time when the news release comes out. Now this is the 15-minute time frame, and this is where I had taken the sells. Now here we have the 5-minute time frame and what I was looking at before I took the sell trade. And we have a sweep and pattern, quarter level, bearish engulfing candle right here. All of this happening at the 5-minute order block. Now that's about 5 confirmations. I need a sixth one. And here we have a bearish engulfing candle reacting off of the quarter level. Also, this price action is happening at the 5-minute order block. That's where I had taken the sells, but I then decided to close the sells because, like I said, high impact news was coming right up. And as you can see, this huge candle here is the news release. Now, remember when I said if there's a resistance level below the 5-minute order block, then I would look for 5 confirmations instead of 6 confirmations. The reason why this doesn't qualify as a solid pullback for me is because when you zoom in, this bullish candle goes below this bullish candle right here. Now, in my previous videos, I did mention what I classify as a valid pullback and what isn't. So when I have at least two candles like this, two bullish candles going up, granted the second one doesn't go beyond the low of this bullish candle, then it is a proper and valid pullback. In this case, it's not, because if you look closely, the wick of this candle right here does go below this candle, so therefore it's not a solid pullback, and therefore it's not a resistance point for me. This brings me to the end of the video. I hope you folks have something that you have taken from this that you can use in your own trading journey. And with that, I wish you all a pitful journey. Take care, see you next time, and cheers.